Windblown is the new game by Motion Twin, the developers behind the incredible Dead Cells. And Windblown is again a roguelike with a lot of elements of Dead Cells, but also from Monster Hunter, Hades and The Binding of Isaac. The game is currently in early access and is due for full release at the end of 2025, so of course there are some minor frame issues here and there, and some ones on the Steam Deck in places, more majorly on the Steam Deck. I haven't noticed anything game breaking though, and I've put a lot of time into it already, so it's already on a great path, and considering the amount of support and content that was added to Dead Cells, Windblown it's looking really good already in early access. In the game you choose the anthropomorphic animal man thing called a leaper, with a special one exclusively for early access players, which just so happens to be the one that I've been using. You can swap looks though, so don't worry, you're not stuck with any one design. And you travel out from the Ark, which is your hub where you upgrade your items, weapons, unlock new things for your runs with cogs and dust, which are obviously gained from your runs. You know, the usual roguelike shit. Go out, go as far as you can without dying. A lot of the stuff is saved at certain points with a big fish with balloons on it. Just go with it. I don't know why it's a big fish, but it is. Yeah, and just try and get what you can. Die, rinse and repeat. You travel across floating islands, fighting bad guys and bosses, making choices to get either currency, which can be used to buy things from the shop which appears at random, or after boss fights. There are chests open and secrets to find too. It's really cool, and the level designs and the designs of the islands and the different biomes are really, really cool. And again, when it comes out of early access, I hope they add more and more biomes to it, and I hope they add an ability to have the biomes change, because you do travel through the same order of biomes all the time, and I hope they create branching paths like Dead Cells, because obviously you start in the cells in Dead Cells and the prisoner cells, and then you can sort of choose different pathways. I hope that's what happens here with Windblown, but obviously we shall see. Now you can carry 2 weapons, melee and ranged, and tools like bombs, traps and abilities, etc. And you can have 3 special perks equipped at a time, like be saved from death once, combo damage multiplier, regain health with each strike, etc. If you've played Dead Cells, it's basically the similar mechanics brought over, and it works incredibly well here too. The gameplay is addictive, where you dash about, hack and slash everything, not nailed down. As you progress, you'll unlock more moves, characters to interact with at the Ark, and just more and more stuff. It's just roguelike stuff, you know, just the more you do, the more you get out, but the game is really fun anyway, so even if you do die, for the most part you don't really care, because you know that on your next run, even though the biomes, like I said just a second ago, the biomes are essentially the same, the order of the islands or what you discover or find is different every run, every time. Enemies are dropping blueprints. You can also get blueprints from doing special like arena sections of the islands. It's really, really cool, and it has to be said that your leap, well, if you're using a controller, for me it's A, so when you're dashing about, that's unlimited. They originally toyed with the idea of putting it with a cooldown, but they obviously found that making it unlimited made the pace of the game and the combat a lot better, and I have to agree, it's really fast, fluid, and really, really awesome. One cool ability you unlock is called Alter Attack, where you combo both weapons together to pull off powerful and flashy attacks by swapping weapons mid-combo, and they're different for depending on the different combo of weapons that you have, so that's really, really cool. There's also co-op multiplayer too, which is a cool addition. I haven't tried it personally because I have no friends. But if you do, then good for you. But I don't. Well, I do have friends, but no friends that play Windblown, so I'm on my own there. And of course, the music is fantastic and is something that definitely stands out whilst playing. But the graphical art style and gameplay are also just fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to what Motion Twin do with Windblown, as they did create one of the best roguelike games ever in Dead Cells. So, like I said earlier, Windblown has epic potential. Is the game worth picking up now in early access? Absolutely, especially if you enjoy roguelikes. I picked up the game on Steam last week for, I think it's still on offer for 15 quid, and if you see it, or this video, I highly suggest you get it. Of course, when it comes out in full release, it's likely going to be £25 to £30, unless they do something really ridiculous like Starship Troopers did, which was up their price from like 20 quid to 40 quid. Don't do that. But especially if you like the roguelike games, I'd always grab them in early access because you get them cheaper, and then when they come to full release, you've already bought and paid for them and you don't have to pay that little bit extra. But then you are also supporting the developer somehow by purchasing it in early access. But there's a year left to go until the game is fully released, so obviously we'll revisit it when it officially comes out. But as of right now, and after putting about 10 to 15 hours into the game, I can safely recommend it and safely say that this is another roguelike game I will be playing for years to come, just like Dead Cells. But please let me know what you think down below. Have you checked out Windblown? Are you a fan of roguelikes in general? And as always, thank you very much for watching.